Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
But, that's kind of living and learning.
Right.
Can you believe it's Friday?
Yeah.
You can? I
can.
Does it feel like...
This week's gone slow enough.
Well, do you got to work on the weekend? Oh, man. What is that?
Oh, man.
Is that some new intro music?
It does. It sounds like some new Friday music.
It sounds like ABDC.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe ACDB.
At least it ain't the LGBTQ or STUVW.
Well, it might be. Who knows? Welcome to Morning Crankers.
Yes.
This 11th day of March, Friday. It just seems like yesterday that we did, and there's an inside joke there. But it seems like yesterday that we did the singing song.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people liked it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like their favorite, but it was definitely fun.
Yeah.
And remember, this coming hump day, we got an R&B tune.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first time ever.
Yeah, fans wanted us to do it, so we're going to try it.
I just don't want to let them down, man. You know what I mean?
We pulled off everything else. Why not try pulling off R&B?
If this ain't Friday music, there is no such thing as Friday music.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Let's crank this show up.
Yeah, I love this music. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, anyways.
Well, Hanson, you're looking forward to the weekend.
I am looking forward to the weekend like no other, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. It's been a long, dragged out week.
Yeah, it's been a week. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think there's something with getting really cold and then getting the beautiful weather, and then we got the beautiful weather with a bunch of wind, and you know what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
So, hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
What do you got playing this weekend?
Oh, not a whole lot. Probably be working.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before the weekend. We are going to talk about a Weber grill recipe.
Ooh.
Then we got to talk about the national days.
Right.
It's Friday again, so we have to do Cranker's Dumb Criminal of the Week. We're also doing the first ever Cranker's Drunk History of the World. Kind of cool. And we're going to talk about some things like, allegedly, a woman trying to trade her daughter for a monkey. RFK Jr. is talking about a major disease, and they're going to be able to tell us where it comes from by September.
Ooh.
So he must know something that we don't.
He's on to something. I'll tell you that.
It's got to be. Then, helicopter crash. Locally we had a plane crash, another plane crash out on the East Coast. What is up with the plane crashes going on in America?
I know. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and here's the thing. All the non-essential people, some of them lost their job. But all the essential people, nobody lost their job in anything to do with anything in the air. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, some people, are blaming the big guy.
Oh,
I want to talk about a poor little old lady.
Okay.
I want to talk about another poor little old lady.
Huh?
I want to talk about the torpedo bat.
Oh, again.
Again, because, what is the impact of it? Ken Griffey Jr. has got himself a new job. I want to talk about this right away. No, I don't. And then we got a guy that faked his own death. Is there any scenario that you can see somebody could you fake your own death?
No.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
How come?
It's not morally or ethically right, man.
Well, I
mean, that's just my opinion on it, but
okay, so
I can't do that.
First things first, before we get into National Day, I wanted to open the door to your dating life.
Oh, boy. And it's getting ready to shut in.
Well, here's the thing. I heard that you may have a date.
That's possible.
With the Jolly Ginger.
I heard, yes.
Is it true? I mean, is the rumor true?
It's a possibility.
It is, for real.
It is. There's that possibility.
Well, I guess I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be, well, I suppose you probably don't want to say her name on the air, do you?
No, I don't. We don't know each other that good. It's a blind date.
Oh, it's a blind. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
If she was blind, you might have something going for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, It is April 11th. It's National Living Donor Day. It's National Donate Life Blue and Green Day. It's National Day of Silence. I don't like that day.
Nah.
It's National Submarine Day.
Yeah.
And you're old enough, you can probably remember this. National 8-Track Tape Day.
Yeah. I remember them as a kid.
Okay, it's National Pet Day.
Yeah.
Okay, I like pets. Do you like pets?
I do.
Okay, if you could have another one, I mean, obviously right now, constraints with as much work as you do doesn't allow you to have one. But
yeah, my constraints and my landlord, he don't want us having no animals. So, yeah, it's kind of a mixture of both.
Well, if you could have one, what would it be?
It'd be a dog.
It wouldn't be a lizard?
No.
See, I was thinking that you'd go like reptile just because you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
So I figured that you'd probably do a reptile because, you can feed it and be gone for 3 days and not worry about it.
That's true.
Feed it, water it, make sure that the heat rock's going. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's also, and this is a great, wonderful, beautiful day, it's National Cheese Fondue Day. What do you think of that?
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, do you like fondue?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had beer cheese fondue?
I have not.
Okay,
I've heard
that's
that
why.
it's good. I've heard it's good.
Well, yeah. So I like the finer things in life, and by finer things, I mean good food.
Right.
Okay, and Gred here, he calls me the other day because, he lives the bachelor lifestyle, right?
Right, certainly.
Okay, and he's telling me, he's like almost giving himself a pat on the back. If could I say that? I mean,
yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay.
You can say that. Yeah,
well, get ready to laugh because you kind of turned into a chef over the weekend.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so you got some Totino's.
Yeah.
Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
And then tell everybody what you did.
I took craft Parmesan.
Yep.
And put it on top
out of a can, not like
yeah.
Yeah, out of a can.
Out of the can, out of my fridge.
Okay. And
then I heated them up, and man, it was pretty good.
What an experience! Pizza rolls with canned Parmesan,
and it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I can't wait. If you and this girl go on a second date, I think I'm going to look around the Springfield area for somebody that does cooking classes, like a cool cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, so any of you out there that are listening in the Ozarks area, if you know of somebody that has a cooking class, like, one of those date cooking deals, like, you ever been to one of them?
I'm not. No.
They're kind of fun.
Okay.
But anyways, you need help. And morningcrakers@gmail.com if you want to save a life. Like, if you want this man to know that the pizza rolls with Parmesan is not 5-star dining.
It's not. Trust me, I never said that.
morningcrakers@gmail.com. That will help a lot. But for some of us, this time of year is like a promise for us to do great things. So I'm a Weber guy. You know that. I'm a Weber grill guy. I think any guy that has used a grill eventually always circles back to the Weber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can smoke on them. You can, you can cook on them. You can get them hot enough
do
to
everything
sear a
you
steak,
want.
anything,
Yeah.
So this, I know you're probably not going to like it. It's Spinach Artichoke Potato Skins.
Yeah, both of them threw me off.
Oh, spinach and artichoke together are heaven. Spinach on its own is like eating slime.
Yeah.
Artichoke is just good. It's very buttery and Anyways, you're going to need 10 small russet potatoes, 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil, 2 garlic cloves. Did I just say garlic cloves?
That sounded like you sure did. Yeah.
Well, I meant to say 2 garlic cloves.
Okay.
Grated or minced. 14 ounces of quartered artichoke hearts, drained and chopped. 10 ounces of baby spinach, finely chopped. And there you go. That's how you get the flavor without the slime.
Yeah.
1 teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper. I would prefer half of a teaspoon, maybe even 3/4 of a teaspoon because I'm a peppery guy.
Yeah.
Fresh lemon juice, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cup grated mozzarella, 3/4 cup finely grated Parmesan cheese. Did you catch that?
I did.
Okay. Not in a can.
Right.
And then chopped chives for serving. Now, what you do, prepare the grill for medium heat cooking, 375 to 425. Preheat it for at least 15 minutes and brush the grill grates clean, obviously, and don't use the wires because you don't want to be swallowing one of them bad boys.
Right.
Wrap the potatoes in aluminum foil and bake until tender. When pierced with a paring knife, 45 minutes to an hour at that temp. In the meantime, heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a medium saucepan over medium heat and the garlic and cook until fragrant, which happens really fast, 1 to 2 minutes.
Right.
Add the spinach, 1 handful at a time, letting the spinach wilt between additions, but it should be cut up finely enough that you really can't tell if it wilts. You'll just see that it's done. It says cook until spinach is wilted and most of the water has evaporated, so that's another good key. About 5 minutes. Add your salt and pepper. Reduce off the skillet heat to low and add cream cheese, a mozzarella, and a 1/3 cup of Parmesan. Stir until the cheeses are fully melted or medleyed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Squeeze 1 to 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice in the dip and taste for seasoning. It sounds delightful already.
Oh, yeah.
Once the potatoes have cooked, unwrap them. Let them cool long enough so they're safe to handle. Cut them in half lengthwise. Scoop out some of the innards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brush the skins with the remaining 1 tablespoon of oil and season with the remaining half teaspoon of salt. Place back in the grill and cook until they're slightly brown. You know about where that's at, right?
Yeah.
Slightly brown. Fill each skin with about 2 tablespoons of the spinach artichoke mixture and top with the remaining Parmesan cheese. Place the potato skins directly back on the Weber or in a roasting basket to make sure that you have that easy transfer. Right. They can get caught a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Cook with the lid closed until the cheese is melted and golden brown, 10 to 15 minutes. What do you think of that?
That sounds good.
It sounds really good, don't it?
It does.
Yeah.
You talked about it. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, did I make you hungry?
It did. As long as you didn't mention the slime of spinach, I was good.
See, I'm not. I like spinach, but I don't like the slimy spinach.
I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never tried spinach without the slime, so I don't really know.
Yeah, it's. Anyways, we're doing a new thing today. Okay. What do you think about it?
What is?
I mean, I told you, but maybe we should tell everybody else. Maybe.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. Guess what? We are doing Drunk History of the World, Cranker style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
I remember.
Okay, this one is the Drunken Pastry War. This is a real thing, true, really happened, okay? A French pastry chef named Ramontel, living in Mexico City, okay? He was kind of angry, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
After getting drunk, Mexican soldiers, now this is allegedly, looted and destroyed Ramontel's pastry shop in 1828. Enraged and very much not sober, Ramontel demanded reparations, 600,000 pesos, which, I mean,
yeah,
back then, I mean, what do you think that was? It was an absurd amount. But
it was for back then, yeah.
I mean, just crazy amount, right?
Right. Yeah.
So obviously the Mexican government ignored him. Okay, but, French guy in Mexico, living in Mexico City, has a beautiful pastry shop. And this kind of goes with us because, I like to tip back a brewski or two, especially when I'm grilling.
Yeah.
And we both absolutely love donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Or pastries.
Yeah.
So this guy has a pastry shop, donut shop.
Yeah. Right up
trying to bring something beautiful to Mexico City, right?
Yeah.
And he gets looted. They come in, steal his donuts. I'd be pissed too. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Well, the Mexican government ignored him. So he complained to the French government. And here's the thing, France listened.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to our French man? Can you speak that in French? Be like,
what are you doing to us? You're trying to screw us over.
Okay, well, so, they were just looking for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like itching.
Yeah.
Like itching for a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, 10 years later, King Louis Philippe, eager for an excuse to flex the French military power. That was back when the French knew how to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He demanded compensation from Mexico, and not just for Ramontel, but for other French nationals.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Because they were picking a fight, right?
So it sounds like.
I mean, it was kind of like being a bully, but have you ever seen a bully stand up to somebody that wasn't a bully or stand up for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of this situation. But again, Mexico said, there's a bird.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They shot him the bird.
Yeah, you do what you're going to do, and, that was kind of their...
We're going to move on from you.
Yeah, well, I mean, they wanted to, do something good. Maybe, yeah, pour a drink, sit back, kind of watch what's going on.
Cuervo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But France persisted, and that's what Mexico did. Okay, so what do you think happened next?
I'm going to say that they wanted their stuff back.
Over a pastry shop and a drunk pastry shop owner.
Yep.
Because this guy, Ramontel, he was very, very inebriated most of the time. So because of that, France literally sent a fleet of French warships. Not only did they send the warships, they bombarded the Mexican coast, and they blockaded the city of Veracruz.
Wow.
Yeah, have you ever even heard of this before?
No, this is fascinating to me.
Well, it was literally called the Pastry War, and it was a real war that started over a drunken complaint about some busted eclairs. I mean, eclairs are bad.
Right.
I mean, but it's not like we're talking about, broken bear claws.
Right.
It would have been something different if it was like split long johns.
Right.
Eclairs,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just kind of, because they're French.
Yeah.
If it would have been some American pastry, I would have been like, let's send the whole damn Navy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Send the fleet.
So, I don't know. Who do you think actually caused this war?
The French.
Did they?
Really, they did. Because they got so angry over silliness.
How many times do you think this stuff happens in history?
A lot.
Like, how about this? How about when we had to go to war because of the Gulf of Tonkin?
Right.
Do you want to tell them or should I tell them?
Go ahead. Tell them.
The Gulf of Tonkin never happened. There was, conspiracy theorists that said that, but they were conspiracy theorists.
They're not knowist.
Yeah, well, they were knowist after it came out that, we made up the whole Gulf of Tonkin thing completely because we wanted to go to war. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, and they still deniers.
Well, now, I have a hard time sometimes looking at the French and trying to, be like, well, they're strong and they're brave. And I can literally honestly say now that the French went to war over croissants.
Right. Wow. Truth.
Well, I mean, I want you to say this. Pretend like you're a French war captain, okay?
Right.
10 years later, France said, remember the donuts.
Remember the donuts. I want the donuts. If I don't get it, I'm bringing in all the other naval ships across the French coast.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were like punch drunk or French. Here's the thing. Moral of the story. Okay, never underestimate the French's love for pastry or a drunk guy's, like derangement to hold a grudge.
Natasha loves her pastries.
No, I mean, just, hey,
I love Natasha's pastries. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I would like to do that segment. Yeah, because there's some really interesting things about what people do when they're drunk.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, without the shenanery involved in like a local tavern. I'm talking about there's been some serious stuff that's went down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you know that in the early days of the U.S. government that there was a couple guys that actually got drunk and then had a duel, and one of our presidents actually shot and killed a guy? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, well, that's another one. That's the one coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Now, let's get into serious business here. Foster mom is charged with abuse as authorities investigate whether a girl was traded for a monkey.
Wow.
Now, I didn't put this on there because it was funny.
Right.
I did it because it's so bombastic.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, this is a Missouri foster mother who has been charged with child abuse and endangerment as authorities investigate whether she traded an adopted daughter to someone in Texas for a monkey and that she mistreated other children in her care. The 70-year-old woman from Winfield has been jailed on a $250,000 bond since her arrest over the weekend, with her next court appearance set for next Tuesday. The Associated Press is not identifying her in an effort not to identify her child, which, I get. Like, if, you know the mom, you're going to know the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your thoughts, Cred?
Man, what's wrong with this old woman? That's my thought. Like, what goes through your mind to do this, to children that you're taking care of?
I mean, it's okay. It's not kind of. It is sick.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
demented is the word. Yes.
I just can't imagine what's going through people's heads. I really, really don't know. But I mean,
to put a child in that situation, that's kind of grave.
Yeah,
literally.
I mean, it's sickening.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought you should be aware. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, it's dumbest criminal in the country.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is Cranker's dumbest criminal
of the week.
There was a bunch to choose from today.
I bet.
But I think that this gal kind of takes the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Woman from Georgia.
Well, yeah. Say that again.
Woman from Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah. Well, let's go into this story. Many people believe the world's dumbest criminal is wanted in Georgia. Yeah, it's
Georgia.
On my mind. Yeah. Well, of all the criminals out there that you can imagine, she's being dubbed the dumbest. 25-year-old Alifa Sumter. I mean, kind of a weird name, but you know what I'm saying. 25-year-old Alifa Sumter has been dubbed the world's dumbest criminal for paying for her court fines with credit information she stole from a Whataburger drive-thru customer.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so this customer's coming through, all right, and she says, well, I don't have the money to pay my court costs, but maybe if I steal somebody's credit card information,
right?
If I can do that, then we're going to be okay. So this guy comes through driving probably, a Cadillac, Lincoln Town car. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And she writes down his credit card number and his password. And then when she's done with work, she goes and she calls the courthouse and she pays all her fines. Gred?
I don't know how to answer this one. That's so dumb.
This girl may be dumber than the last one.
I'm already saying yes.
Yeah, she's not wearing a clown suit.
No.
Okay. If she would have went to, maybe Burger King.
Yeah.
You remember the guy with that had the mask on?
Yeah.
No, what was his name?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you're batting 0
I'm
for
batting
100
0
today.
on memory loss there. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. The Hamburglar.
Oh, that would be Mickey D's. Yeah.
Oh, was it Mickey D's?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you
I guess
threw me
I'm
off.
batting 0. Yeah.
You're batting
yeah,
0, and I'm back to 500.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see it then, but I can't see it now. I mean, are people that desperate?
They must be.
I mean, seriously, are people?
It's beyond insanity.
Yeah. Do you want some good news?
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
RFK Jr. Okay, I happen to like the guy. I don't know if everything he wants to do can get done.
But we're going to try, he says.
Well, he just gave us a hard deadline today for this. Claims, this is RFK Jr., that new research effort will find the cause of the autism epidemic by September 2025.
He knows something we don't.
I'm telling you, if you're going to put like a hard line in the sand and say, we're going to do this by then, he's got to know something.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting for kids especially.
Well, I think so. I mean, it's just so prevalent. What is it, 1 in 5?
Yeah.
Is that we talked about the other
bad,
day?
Man. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people out there. Now, here's the thing. If they can find what causes it.
Right.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Then you're able to start going and finding cures because you know how to stop the cause, right?
Right.
And I believe it was 1988 when it's just exploded. Like before that time, it was like 1 in 42 kids or something like that. It was something crazy like that.
Right.
If they can find it, man, it could change the world. Literally, we can literally say it would change the world.
It can. It would save a lot of kids and a lot of adults that have grown up with it now. You know, it's
right.
Telling you.
While they're at it, okay, and I know that RFK Jr. is not in charge of this.
Right.
But what is going on in our skies? 2 plane crashes today, 2 wings of 2 Cessnas touched each other today.
Yeah.
And then we had the horrifying helicopter crash into the Hudson River. What's that? 3 planes or 2 planes and a helicopter? No.
Yeah.
No, 2 helicopters and 2 planes in 2 months.
That's crazy.
Into the Hudson.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this had 3 adults and 3 children in it. But what's going on, Greg? Put that conspiracy hat on and tell us what's going on here.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know. I think it's where we made too many parts overseas or something on these.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. I agree. You know what I'm saying? That was a big fail.
It was.
It was a big fail, and I'm so happy that we're returning domestic production
to this country.
Yes. With things like pharma.
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to have to worry about China not giving us our medicine because we're going to make it here.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it being spiked or anything.
Yeah, great vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, food production.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean...
All our food should have been made here in the first place.
Grown. I mean, there are things like, weird stuff that we get from other places. But, I mean, we got to focus on us. This year, there was a 52% die-off of honeybees.
Yeah. Did you know I was talking to somebody here in Springfield at the store the other day, and they were telling me that they can't wait till they start seeing a markdown on this food on the shelves,
Right.
And I said, well, it's coming. It's coming.
Well, eggs have went down some. I mean,
it's not going to happen overnight, is what I told the person.
No, and, I'm kind of, I don't know. I shop at different places.
You and me both.
Okay, like my meat, I get all my meat locally.
Yeah.
Like 9 out of 10 times that I get meat, it's local.
Yeah.
And if I can't, I mean, have you tasted the difference between Walmart meat, like let's just take hamburger, for example,
yeah,
and the local farmer from Missouri's meat?
Yeah, that's a lot different than
The Missouri
Local
farmer
farmers
is so much better.
Yeah. Everybody should be buying from your local farmer. It helps local interest.
Yeah. Well, this is a story that to those people out there, they might find this story funny, but we've been doing this. So we did 3 years straight of Morning Cranker shows. And then we took a 3-year hiatus.
Yes.
And then we came back and we're at like 126 now, right?
Right.
Okay. This sort of story comes up a lot more than you would think.
Yeah, it does.
74-year-old woman pronounced dead in hospice was found breathing at the funeral home.
Yeah.
Okay, how many of these stories have we went through?
A lot.
Where people were supposedly dead, but then they weren't.
Yeah. I mean, we had one about the morgue, I believe.
Yep. Oh, there's multiple ones at the morgue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the one down in South America, if you remember, the guy woke up in his casket at his own funeral.
Yeah, that's happened too.
Yep. I mean, so, you know that little bell that they used to hang on and put down into the, you know what I'm saying? What was the name of that bell?
Oh. You're asking me these questions, and I'm drawing blanks today.
Yeah, well, okay, so, back in the day.
Yeah, Quick Draw McGraw would have a better chance than me.
Yeah, well, see, there's another canceled band.
I know.
Or horse, or I guess,
I know.
Anyways, so they'd put a bell on the outside of a coffin for a while, just in case a person was alive, so they could ding the bell and somebody could dig them up.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay, well, I mean, that
makes sense.
Well, it makes sense after reading all these stories.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is in Nebraska, though.
How do the doctors not know whether you're dead or not? They should know this, like your vitals.
What you want to know? What I'm thinking about this?
What's that?
Yeah. Well, I let me try calling him again. Yes, this is Dr. McGee.
Hey, Dr. McGee.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Am I dead or alive?
You're alive, but I'm listening to the show, and I just wanted to say that the reason that so many doctors get it wrong is simply because we have hot nurses.
Well, that's possible. I'll agree with you on that.
And we can't feel the pulse when we got the pulse, popping pulse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Popping pulse.
Oh, the pulsating effect. Yeah.
Yes. And sometimes we forget to do the due diligence because we're trying to do something else.
Oh.
Anyways, I gotta go. I'm checking another dead person.
Okay, go ahead, Doc. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Wow,
well, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It does.
He's looking at the nurse
Doc's
like
right.
naughty nurse fantasy. I mean, that's.
He was right.
I mean, was that your fantasy when you were a teenage kid?
Yeah, today. I mean, yes.
The naughty nurse thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was young. But yeah.
See, I never had that.
Really?
Yeah, I never had any fantasies like that. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you missed out a lot.
No, I mean, it wasn't that. It was, I don't know what it was.
I don't get it.
Like, trust me, I thought, my mom said, she's like, I always thought that you were going to end up with a Chinese or a Korean lady. And I was like, really? Why? And she's like, because I used to go through like her GQ magazines, and there'd be a girl with those Asian eyes. And I go, ooh, pretty, pretty.
Oh.
But, who knows?
Wow.
I could have gotten scared. You know what I mean? I might have saw Hillary Clinton when I was young.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That may have destroyed my dreams if I didn't find my wife.
It might have, yeah.
You know what I mean? It could have been.
Could have been.
Like, I don't know. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Also, that was one little old lady. Now we got this little old lady. A woman was rescued from a storm drain in Southern California days after she was reported missing.
Wow.
Now, you have to read this story twice. Her name was Zafang Jihu, and she was 59 years old from San Diego, California.
You may have to read it again. I'm just joking.
Yeah, Yafang Jihu.
Right.
It was, anyways, she was taken to the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not exactly sure what that means in California.
Yeah.
I mean, here, it's not critical.
Right.
But it's serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my question is, this 59-year-old gal, and they got a picture of her, she's very frail. How do you remove a manhole cover if you're frail like that?
I don't know.
The manhole covers in that area weigh 100 pounds.
Mm.
And I don't see a 59-year-old lady, named Yafeng Zhu,
Right.
carrying around a crowbar.
No.
How was it done? Come on.
I don't know.
I mean, levitation?
I guess.
I mean, did she look at it and go, throw her voodoo on it and say, hey, move?
She must be full of tricks.
Well,
Magic tricks.
hey, tricks are for kids, not for Yafeng Zhu, 59 years old of San Diego, California.
Tricks are for streetwalkers, too.
Yeah, well, it could. Well, no, they're for the guys that get the streetwalkers.
That's right. Yeah.
Ladies of the night. That's how they prefer to be called, right?
Yes.
I mean, that is what their preferred. Would that be an adjective?
I guess.
I mean, ladies is a noun.
Yeah.
Okay. Of
the night.
Well, night is in that situation. I guess it could be an adverb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was descriptive, but is. Right. You know what I'm saying?
With that verse.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so this is the story that I wanted to go to earlier. Okay. And I decided not to. But Texas wide receiver prospect Isaiah Bond was arrested on sexual assault charge, and it's 2 weeks before the draft. What do you think about this?
I think that they need to delve into it a little deep because of a lot of accusations lately.
Well, here's the thing. Players. Just with him getting this, whether he's guilty or not guilty, he's going to slide down. It's going to cost him millions of dollars.
Oh, it is. It's definitely going to hurt him, even if he didn't do it. But if he did do it, then he deserves to pay the penalty.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. It sucks so bad for this. Now, he turned himself in, okay, and they had an arrest warrant for him. Okay, so it's not like they made a big scene where,
right.
But this is what he said. Regarding the accusation made against me, I would appreciate the time and opportunity to defend myself and prove the claims made patently false. I am in full cooperation with the authorities and will remain a willing and active participant in the investigation. Unfortunately, claims like these prove to be harmful to everybody involved, absent full review. I kindly request that all reserve judgment until the authorities provide a complete report based on truth and evidence.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Yeah.
Now, you know what we've got from it?
What's that?
Nothing.
Wow.
They have put nothing out. It kind of seems a little fishy to me. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we remember the Kansas City Chiefs. Xavier Worthy went through the same ordeal.
Right.
And then he wasn't guilty.
Well, and that's happened quite a few times.
That's happened quite a few times. But I've seen it happen the other way, too.
Well, Isaiah Bond, they were talking about him late first, early second.
Yeah.
I bet you he slips all the way fifth, sixth, if he even gets drafted now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this might hurt his draft eligibility just because of accusations.
Well, and that's...
But that's all it is accusations until they can find the truth.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, you're kind of left with or without the truth. So this is...
Yeah, they got to go 2 weeks, though. I mean, and the teams are not going to wait 2 weeks to find out if he's,
Well, so I think in these situations, if I was the coaches or the parents or anything like that, I would literally be telling them, stay away from partying, stay away from the opposite sex.
Yeah.
I mean, for a year before the draft.
Right.
Just completely stay away from it because you just don't know anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It sucks to be that way, but it's
almost the only way you could try to stay clean.
Right.
So.
We were talking the other day, me and you outside about, I wonder what this person does now, or I wonder what that person does.
You brought up Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. is now working as a photographer at Augusta National.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but he's doing it pun, love the game.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
there's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think he needs the money?
No.
Ken Griffey Jr., I mean, how many millions do you think he's worth?
Quite a few.
A lot of money. And, I think photography is really cool. But imagine being a master in your trade when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
And being the photographer of other masters in their trade of that sport.
That's awesome.
Yes, he is a credentialed photographer at the Masters. I'm saying it's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's real cool. We got a quick couple. Couple quick? Yeah. Okay. Stories left. What do you think of the torpedo bat? You're honest to God. Like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. What is it? And take your team out of it.
I'm going to take my team out of it. And I can say this now from watching Reds games since the last time we talked about L.A. De La Cruz, and I said he used the bat.
Yeah.
He's only used it in a game once.
Really?
And he's went back to his old bat.
Really?
Yeah. So he's no longer, I don't believe he is no longer using a torpedo bat. It didn't look like one. He was just As a matter of fact, I found out that he was, through the Reds announcers, were announcing it, saying that he was using a bat from the free agent that they signed from the Yankees on the offseason, the catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, well, anyway, he was borrowing his bat for a game, and that's that game he ended up doing real good in. So I'm surprised he didn't use the bat.
Well, here's what I found. The surface area is bigger where you hit the ball.
Right.
Okay. Now this kind of works against physics, but the average person using the torpedo bat is getting 1.4 to 2 miles per hour faster with their swing.
Right.
Okay. But Anthony Volpe.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthony Volpe. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something in my throat.
Okay.
He used the bat, and Ben Rice used the bat.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you notice, I didn't get something in my throat with Ben Rice, but their average is about 70 to 72 miles per hour. That's their bat swing.
Yeah.
Okay. After using this bat, they're at 74.6, averaging 74.6.
Right.
So, is it fair?
I just think that if it meets Major League Baseball's requirements, I think it's fine. But if it don't meet the requirement of the league, then no. They're trying to say that it does, so I don't know.
Well,
I've got a mixed reaction on it. So
anytime the New York Yankees come out with something new,
yeah,
I will put my money on there's somewhere that something's not quite right.
Yeah.
Does that?
It does, yeah. It's because everybody looks at the Yankees as the number one team in baseball because they have won more championships in any sport than any team. But
well, yeah, it is what it is. I'm kind of a purist.
I am too.
So it is what it is.
This is my downfall of the bat is why do they have to have that bat to hit the inside pitch when if you hit it on the barrel of the bat the way you're supposed to hit it, it's going to go a long way anyway.
Well, there is that, but you know what it is? I think it's the umpires.
Really?
I think that the umpires have been allowing bad pitches to the inside.
They have.
And we've been watching it for a couple years.
And I think players are getting tired of it.
Well, players are getting tired of it. Guys like me that watch it on TV, and I'm like, what in the hell was that?
It's like we're watching – the umpires want us to watch them more than the game itself.
Right. I watched a game the other day where the batter stepped out.
Yeah.
Okay, he was playing for LSU, and I felt bad for him. He actually marked his foot where his foot was when he stepped up, so when he came back, he could step in the same stance. And the umpire said that he was drawing the box and threw him out. Threw him out of the game.
That's crazy.
Well, when you have crazy umpires like that, stuff starts changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It does.
And yeah, so, that's what's going on.
Kind of like the NFL referees, too. It's like we don't come to watch. If I'm going to a game, I'm not coming to watch the officials. I'm coming to watch the game, the players.
Right. Well,
and it shouldn't be about the officiating.
Finally, I want to get your take on this. A Wisconsin kayaker has been charged after officials say that he faked his death and fled to Eastern Europe.
Yeah, that's beyond crazy.
Now, from what I've heard, that the wife has filed for a legal separation. I think this guy got up and left because he planned on getting a divorce, but he didn't want to pay child support.
Yeah.
So he faked his own death on a lake. And
he took the high road.
It's something.
Yeah. He took the high road out of the country.
Yeah, exactly, because he had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Shame on him.
Yeah, he left his family behind. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, well, he staged a kayak accident and then left to another country with a woman.
Oh.
And a woman from there.
So there must be more to the story than meets the eye.
Well, this guy and his wife have been married for 22 years.
Right.
It is what it is. Things must have not worked out too well for him because he came back. He was in court and said he couldn't afford an attorney. So the state is paying him one, and they gave him a $500 signature bond. He's out of jail, and he faces a maximum penalty of $10,000 and 9 months in jail.
Wow.
What do you think he should get?
He should get at least 3 for the public part of it.
Right. Know? Like, for me, if he doesn't want to be with his wife, tell her.
Right.
But
he turned this into a public fiasco by doing this.
Oh, people were looking for him. I mean,
yeah.
How much money did they spend looking for the guy?
Oh, it was quite a few.
How many nights did his wife, how many years did it take off of her life having that, that feeling, that stress? That's my lookout on it. You know what I'm saying?
Too. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many points of view on this. I mean,
she could have been Wifezilla. I don't know. I'm just saying. I try to look at all sides with stuff like this.
I do too, but it's like.
But that's the wife. You can't justify that with the children.
Right. That was my point. I was going to make the children. You put them in the middle of the.
Well, he went over and lived with a woman in Uzbekistan. Yeah. He took $5,500 cash with him there. I mean, he should have been able to retire over there on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Uzbekistan. But I guess that over the pond, life wasn't that great. He did take out a $375,000 life insurance policy that his wife did try to cash.
Oh, okay.
At least he did that. But still, I mean, it's
wrong.
If I was back in Old English days, I'd be like, bad form.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But anyways, it is what it is. We love you guys.
Love you, gang.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you on Monday.
See you on Monday, crankers and crankerettes.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.